All right, hey folks. So it's March 8th at the time of this recording, and I just want to talk about something that I don't know, man. It's just kind of like it's a damn shame. So those who know, basically, I was born and raised in New York, and during my unfortunate time when I had to, well, now I think it's a mixed blessing, but my unfortunate move to New Jersey, and which basically when it happened, I was really, really depressed and just angry and whatnot. But um, it was beyond my control at that point. But like, because New York City is a very entertaining place, and you know, uh, I mean, it's well known for its nightlife and whatnot and everything. I mean, basically, if you can't find nothing to do in New York, that's the person's own issue. Like they can't figure out what to do. But likewise, it well it doesn't well yeah well it does require money for the most part, but like the energy in New York is different, which I'm not going to get into. But basically compared to like this dead town that I'm in right now. I mean, like in like I could just walk around New York and I'll be like just entertained alone. It's just that overall vibe and energy. But the problem is that something I've been thinking about because I have a good friend who is a professional DJ, and just you know, it's getting harder and harder to like find gigs in New York City. This guy, he's a great fucking DJ. Like basically, he could like mix a lot of crazy shit together and make it work, like two different genres, and just somehow like just makes it makes it fucking work and shit. Like things that you wouldn't think that you would be able to hear in a club or whatnot, and he could do it. But in any case, so he asked me like I try to do like some digging up for like certain like lounges in New Jersey. Like I try to find like I try to do a Google search like and look for like decent reputable looking places, like especially along the east side of New Jersey, which I really want to move to, and that's one of the reasons why, because it's very it's a lively place, unlike where I am at right now, the land of the fucking dead. But like and also like I try to get him stuff in the also on the east side of Jersey, obviously, because he doesn't have to commute as far, because he is living in New York. So I just a quick search, and he was appreciative of it, and he asked me if I could help him like look for more gigs like that. Now I don't do this on a professional level. I've been trying to look up like Latin spots for him, but obviously there would be a clear language barrier because I don't know Spanish, and I really would like to learn Spanish if my lazy ass can actually start learning. But like it's the combination of just fucking laziness and just the fear of not understanding what was the whole you know language system and whatnot. I mean, there's a lot of dialects. Those who know. Basically, they each have their own spin on it. We learned the standard Castilian Spanish straight from Spain, and then like then you have to like there's like little nuances from each country. So like Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Mexico, etc., etc., etc. Y'all know anyway. This is not a language. This is not this is not a post about language, but like but the thing is that like yeah, it's I yeah, as per the title, I mean, like New York City. I think New York City's nightlife is pretty much dead. So, those who were partying during the heydays, like during the early 2000s, and prior to that, I mean, the 90s and 80s. I mean, it was just like crazy. I mean, that's what I mean. You keep on hearing about it, and that's what New York City was all about, man. A lot of great spots where you could just kind of like dance the whole night away, and partied like several days on end and stuff. Um, I think this is. I mean, right now, I think I mean the New York City nightlife has just hit a quite a low where I don't know if it's gonna recover. And when I say nightlife, I don't just mean clubs, but like like even like restaurants and whatnot. The lounges and all that. Because right now, as of today, I think technically we have officially hit a uh, recession. Job reports came out. Things are job. I mean, basically, it's just really bad, and basically, obviously, a lot of people are in there's high unemployment. Uh, Cost of living is so damn high, and especially in New York. Um, it's a damn shame. I mean, like basically, no. You see, this is the weird double issue of New York. Like basically, people would normally would like move to New York because of the entertainment and the nightlife and all that, which costs a pretty penny to obviously to enjoy. But at the same time, it has a high cost of living too. Highest rent for like a little shoebox apartment, and you get double tax with the state and city tax. Just like basic cost of living, groceries. I mean that costs a lot of money, and it's really tough. And you hear like crazy stories where like you hear like the younger crowd, like basically people in their 20s. I can't believe I'm actually using the term younger crowd. But yeah, I mean like people in their 20s, and they're out of staters. A lot of people from out of state going to move to New York because of course New York being New York. But like they're like crammed into these apartments. Like it's just crazy. Like and clearly you still can't really enjoy what's going on in New York because again the cost of living that catches up quick. you know so like me living where I am at right now in New Jersey, this I mean it's quite a hassle to commute to New York, which is why I don't really go out to New York too often. It's pricey and it sucks. It's unreliable. Long story, but basically it's Jersey Transit and requires, basically they have to bend over backwards for Amtrak. It's a long story. So there's a whole lot of issues going through Penn Station and 34th Street, and it's a whole mess. And they just raised their rates recently, so I don't really go out to the city as often as I would like to. Now, especially now with the recession going on, it's just like better safe than sorry. I'm not better safe than sorry, but but basically, if it's like if I really need to get out of the city, then I'll go. But right now it's just like we don't know what's going on. The economy is getting really bad, and this is where if you don't need to spend money, you're gonna really have to evaluate what's a need and what's a want, and definitely lean into more of the needs and the wants. But in any case, but yeah, so what happened was this past Valentine's Day, we got snowed out for that. So Valentine's Day week, I think the 15th was on the Saturday. And what I normally do is that, unfortunately, I'm still single at the time of this recording. But basically, like I just get my mind off of the, regardless. Like if you saw my Valentine's Day video, I mean, it's all a crock of shit. How they just like squeeze money out of people and stuff. And basically, so last year I went to a club for some like Latin dance lessons. I do like salsa lessons and whatnot. It was a ploy just to get people to pay the admission fee to the club, and then and the quote unquote class was just like 15 minutes. That's about it. It's like advanced level because it was moving fast. So it was just to get people to get in there. Just to pay for the admission fee for the club and get the have the dancer. I'm sorry, the dance instructor get some recognition. So it was like you scratch my back, I scratch your back type deal. But when I went there, that's when I found out. Like again, like prior to that, I haven't hit a club in a very long time. I haven't had a drink since 2022. And since then, I mean, like basically, I'm at the point where like I'm not saying I completely abstain from alcohol. Depends on the situation, but like I haven't had a drink in 2 years. Alcohol is a tox. Alcohol is a poison for the body. And God forbid you drink like a mixed drink, with so you're drinking like some sugar and alcohol, so your liver's getting like double penetrated with all the bad shit. So so like now it's just like I don't like if I don't need to drink, I try to avoid drinking. At the same time, like when I went to the club last year, I didn't drink. It was just like it's just a different vibe. But like yeah, I mean, so the cost of a drink there was like $15, 1 5. Like what the fuck? So you're paying $15 to drink to ingest poison. Normally, on average, people will have two drinks. at least. I think it's probably more than higher than that, but I didn't stay too long because again, New Jersey, and I had a time limit to getting back home. So I would have liked to stay there longer, but that was the case. But um, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Like $15 to So again, so going back to the admission fee, I paid like $10 for the admission fee. Then if I were to get a drink, $15. So if I were to stay there as long as I did, two drinks, $30. So $40 altogether, just to and nothing was really accomplished. Just so it was just sort of change the atmosphere. $40. You know what you can get with $40? I mean, come on. I mean, and right now with this economy, the price of everything, like just the basic cost of goods, like everywhere, I mean, is just going up. Again, we're getting hit with the recession. But the problem is this, like basically, as I said, like there's high unemployment, so people are losing their jobs. Uh, they need to concentrate on spending on, the basic needs like food and whatnot. So, I mean, people they can't really go out like that. So so again, like pertaining to nightlife as a whole regarding restaurants, basically, I mean, not many people can be going out to eat. And a lot of these waiters and waitresses, I mean, they depend on their tips for the pay. So because a lot of these places, I work at a lot of restaurants, and basically what they do is like if you don't know, the restaurant itself pays like a very minor pay for the employees there, for the waiters and waitresses, wait staff. But so they heavily rely on the tips. So basically, if people are not going out to eat, you're not getting the tips, and then you can't really rely on the pay. So I mean, because they're not getting paid much. So basically, they're gonna have to quit their job to find something else if there's anything else that they could get. You know, I mean, so I mean, if you think about it, the club industry is getting hit, the food, restaurant industry is getting hit. Um, I mean, and that of course means more jobs lost. The entertainment industry, and clearly, entertainment is not a priority. At least I would like to hope that people would view things that way, because that way more on a more practical sense, and that way they won't like completely destroy their finances and whatnot. But like you got those immature people who just want to keep partying every night and stuff and keep blowing out money, and then you know and then like once they go broke, they're gonna start begging for people for help just to fund their uh party money, not even for basic needs, their party money. So it's kind of damn shame. But I mean, yeah, I mean, like, and if you ever been to New York, like I said, last time I've been to I forgot when was the last time I was in New York, but basically, essentially everything below 14th Street is dead, in my opinion. I mean, it's not like New York back in the days. Ever since that fateful day on 2001 in September in Lower Manhattan, New York has been a steady downhill trajectory to basically not to being a shell of its former self. And even like 14th Street is starting to go the way of the dodo too. Like a lot of stores are closing and whatnot. The last time I recall, so it's like a cancer slowly moving up through Manhattan. I mean, and I don't know if I mentioned this. I mean, Queens and certain parts of certain places in Queens that I grew up remembering completely died out during the pandemic. It was a scamdemic rather. They couldn't last. And it was just like it makes me wonder if I should even move back, because like the cost of living in New York is just crazy. But I don't know. But yeah, I mean it's a really a damn shame now that we are in financial purgatory at this point. And those who are listening out there, really just really again, I highly urge y'all to really evaluate what is a need and what is a want, and obviously you know go into move towards the needs rather than the wants. I mean, like, let's just say if you have a house, basically you want, you have money to buy something to make your house look pretty or to reinforce it. Obviously put the money into reinforcing the damn house, because obviously if the house falls apart and but looks pretty, y'all know where I'm getting at with this, with that analogy. Anyway, that's a wrap. This has gone through 15 minutes. Holy shit! Y'all have a good one. Good luck. God bless. Take care. And as always, keep it real. Later.